It's another week and another batch of new game releases. We've got 4 games in total to go over in this video that are dropping tomorrow, and one of the games looks really great. That'll be a PC early access release, but maybe it'll come to other platforms sometime down the line. We've got a couple of PlayStation 4 games, and we've got a pretty interesting Nintendo Switch collection that we'll talk at the end of this video, but let's start off with the PlayStation 4 offerings. First up, here's a game that looks really cool, and it was released on PC all the way back in 2015, and that is Lumini. A long-forgotten species, a hostile planet, and a journey of discovery. Welcome to the world of Lumini. Split and reform your swarm, evolve and discover new abilities to bring the Lumini back to their former glory. Having vanished without trace for thousands of years, an innocent race of creatures known as the Lumini have returned to their home world. Sadly, time has not been kind, and the balance of the planet has shifted, turning the once gentle environment into a hostile landscape. Only the Lumini themselves can restore balance and help revive their long-dormant race before adapting to preserve the future for generations to come. Explore the Lumini home world in this relaxing flow-style adventure, overcoming obstacles, all the while keeping your swarm safe while collecting the planet's energy to bring back your fallen comrades. Split and reform your swarm, evolve and discover new abilities to bring the Lumini back to their former glory. The game notes, go with the flow, designed to be one of the most relaxing games ever made with laid-back gameplay and a soothing soundtrack, and that's immediately something you can tell when you just look at the presentation and the design of the game. It was really created to be a relaxing adventure game rather than something with a lot of high-octane action, and I think that could be something that's pretty good and something that's pretty different. It also notes that it's better together. Collect energy and use it to grow your Lumini swarm, then split into 2 swarms to solve puzzles and overcome obstacles along your way. Natural selection. The bigger your swarm gets, the more your Lumini evolve and gain more abilities, sonar, boosting, defensive moves, and more. And then you also have an illumination element. And then you also have the great soundtrack to boot, and that's a fantastic element of the game. The game, from a Metacritic reception, wasn't received that strongly. It's got a 69. However, if you look at the Steam user reception, the 59 reviews that were posted have it at 86% positive, which is pretty good. It was released at a $12.99 budget price point, so that's pretty good. Rock, Paper, Shotgun noted, if you're in a mood for something restful, I'd say it's well worth dipping a toe in the water. Entertainment Focus gave it a 9 out of 10, saying Lumini is a beautiful, relaxing, and captivating experience. Even if you think it's not for you, I urge you to grab a gamepad and spend some time with it. And then Game Ramble gave it a 9 out of 10 as well. The type of game where you find yourself making detours or flying in loops just because it feels awesome to do so. So this probably isn't a game that you are going to get super emotionally invested into, or it's one of those games that inherently have that idea and presentation in mind where it becomes one of the most anticipated games of the year. However, it is a soothing, relaxing game that I think is something that is essential to any game library, a game that you can go to just to chill after a long day or whatever the case may be. And Lumini will be out tomorrow, and again, it released at a $12.99 price point on PC, so that's pretty good, all things considered. Next up, I know that PlayStation VR has been making waves recently with all of the compelling games released for it, and we've got another one dropping tomorrow, another title that released on PC a little more recently, and that is Shadow Legend VR. It came out on PC back in March of 2019, and this was another title that was received pretty well by the people that played it, but the game itself notes that Shadow Legend is an exploration RPG exclusively designed for VR, where you play as the Grand Master of the Knights Templar in a story-driven medieval crusade. Freely explore densely filled worlds and use your sword, bow, and magic skills to save your kingdom from the destruction of Lord Adaroth. Speak with characters and barter with merchants using your own voice. Explore the worlds to find its hidden treasure. Choose from swords, bows, axes, and magic weapons to defeat skilled enemies and epic bosses, and immerse yourself into the diverse set of interactions the game offers, such as playing fetch with your dog, feeding carrots to your horse, cooking steaks by the campfire, smelting iron bars in the furnace, using a hammer on the anvil to fix your sword, or physically spinning the grinding wheel to sharpen it, and much more. Shadow Legend is filled with things to do, discover, and interact with, creating a near lifelike adventure for you to immerse yourself in, and that's only made possible in virtual reality. You've got a lot of different key features in the game, a realistic inventory system. Everything in Shadow Legends is collectible and stored in a treasure chest that you can carry with you at all times. Physically use your hands to manage loot, quest items, and weapons, all from one central inventory chest. You've got an emphasis on combat and parrying. In close combat with enemies, use your sword to to parry their strikes and give yourself opportune times to land an attack of your own. Enemies will block your uncalculated strikes and make you pay for your ill-timed attacks. Epic boss fights. Each boss fight is specifically designed for VR, has a numerous number of stages, and will require quickly timed attacks and blocks to bring your opponent down. You've got a variety of environments as well, a variety of medieval and gothic worlds that include castles, cathedrals, crypts, catacombs, and dungeons that make for a very diverse setting. And movement and settings. Shadow Legends includes natural locomotion, blink movement, smooth turn, snap turn, and free turning while accommodating both left and right-handed players equally. It's also got a pretty big layer to its story that I won't get into right now in its entirety. However, generally speaking, the story of this world began thousands of years ago when only two beings existed, Lord Azeroth and Lady Evelyn, the mortal gods of Anaria. In the beginning, they were alone, living in a shadowed world of all that had been created, a desolate realm of peace and possibility. However, Evelyn did not like the loneliness of the world being frozen in time and longed for more, whereas Azeroth reveled in the peace that nothingness and darkness provided. For thousands of years also, the two gods clashed with one another, one wanting to create and one wanting to destroy, both being immortal and unable to stop the other. The battle waged on until this very day. In this story, you play as the Grand Master of most powerful military holy order in the realm, and Evelyn has tasked you with the quest to end their war once and for all. As far as the reception goes on PC, rather strong, mostly positive reception, 75% positive based on 175 user reviews, and then the recent reviews, 85% positive, 21 reviews. So an RPG in VR, something that we don't see all too often. Shadow Legend VR did release at $24.99 on PC, and at that price point might be a pretty good pickup for you VR buffs over on PlayStation 4. Alright, so those are the two titles coming to PS4. I also want to go over a very, very exciting PC release that's going into early access, and we've got a Switch title as well. But first, the PC game that definitely has my interest, it's Temtem. This is a game being published by Humble Bundle, developed by Crema, and Temtem is immediately going to have its comparisons and resemblances drawn to Pokemon of all things. Yes, Temtem is a massively multiplayer creature collection adventure. Seek adventure in the lovely airborne archipelago alongside your Temtem squad. Catch every Temtem, battle other tamers, customize your house, join a friend's adventure, or explore the dynamic world online. Alright, so that obviously has a lot of resemblance to Pokemon, but it does sound very exciting in its own right. Here's the background to the game. Every kid dreams about becoming a Temtem tamer, exploring the 6 islands of the airborne archipelago, discovering new species, and making good friends along the way. Now it's your turn to embark on an epic adventure and make those dreams come true. Catch new Temtem on the floating islands, battle other tamers on the sandy beaches, or trade with your friends in the ash-covered fields. Defeat the ever-annoying clan Belosto and end its plot to rule over the archipelago, and beat all 8 dojo leaders and become the ultimate Temtem tamer. Okay, so again, the Pokemon resemblances, for those of you that have played the iconic franchise, are definitely ringing through here. However, I kind of like that it's trying to go for all of these elements, given that it is releasing on PC. Of course, on PC, Pokemon games aren't coming out unless, you know, you go the off-brand route. But nonetheless, that is pretty exciting, and it's got a lot of features to the game as well. You've got a story campaign where you're going to journey across 6 vivid islands and embark on the adventure of becoming a Temtem trainer while fighting against the evil clan. Online world, the days of traveling solo are over. In Temtem, the world is a massively multiplayer one. Tamers from around the world can join in. You will be able to see them around you, living the adventure with you and fighting to become the best Temtem tamer. Co-op adventure, you'll be able to join forces with a friend at any time and work together towards your next goal. Catch new Temtem, complete a route, or face off against a Temtem leader, all while fighting alongside your friend in duel battles. You've got a variety of housing elements. Buy your own house at Atoll Row and decorate it your way. Buy new furniture, color your walls, and you'll be ready to invite your friends over. Customize, you'll be able to customize your character to stand out from the crowd and get new cosmetics while you battle other tamers. Pick a silly hat, a comfy sweatshirt, some pants, and you're ready to go. Or maybe you prefer to wear a full-on cosplay of your favorite Temtem. And then you've got competitive play as well. Start by choosing a Temtem, and then the pick and ban phase will begin. Take turns with your rival to pick your Temtem and ban theirs. When all the decisions are made and the turns are ended, you'll end up with a squad of 5 and the battle will begin. Kind of interesting in terms of how it's applying the competitive layer to the game, and it's always going to be growing on PC, given that it is going to be releasing released in early access. New content is constantly being added to the game. You've got new events, new missions, new cosmetics, new Temtem, and new ways to play. Now, it's going to be very interesting to see how this game turns out. I could easily see a scenario where this game absolutely explodes on live streaming and social media, and then a lot of people start checking it out, and then it can parlay into a very successful game release on consoles, maybe even a Nintendo Switch release, who knows? But I'm sure Humble Bundle is gonna be putting the promotional muscle behind this game, so I think from a promotional standpoint, it'll do rather well, and from a fundamental standpoint, if it turns out to be a compelling RPG, I do think it has all the tools to be a winner, and we'll see how it turns out when Temtem does hit PC exclusively tomorrow. But do bear in mind, it's an early access release, so it's not going to be perfect out of the gate. And lastly, we have Psikyo Shooting Stars Alpha Limited Edition, a collection of shoot-'em-ups for $59.99. However, you're getting quite a few games, classic shooting games in a retro compilation for the Nintendo Switch. You get Strikers 1945, Strikers 1945 2, Strikers 1945 3, Soul Divide, Dragon Blaze, and you get a Zero Gunner 2. A lot of quality shoot-'em-ups here. Yes, the price might be a little bit high, but you do get a limited edition here with some additional content. You got some art schematics, you get Alpha Code Blue official soundtrack collection, you get some collector's card, of course you get the game, and you got a collector's box. All of that for $59.99. If you're a fan of shoot-'em-ups, it might be something worth checking out. And again, it will be hitting the Nintendo Switch tomorrow. So that's gonna conclude this video. Again, while I wouldn't say that there's that blockbuster release tomorrow, there are definitely some games that I'm very much interested in. Lumini could be a very, very relaxing title that becomes an essential part of a lot of libraries. Maybe even a cool game to see as a plus title down the line. We'll see. Maybe not a title you pick up day one, but down the line on a sale, it could be pretty good. Shadow Legend VR offers something that, you know, there's not a lot of PlayStation VR games that are quality exploration RPGs, and Shadow Legend might be offering that. Temtem is a game that I'm really hoping the best out of. If it can turn out to be good on PC, that might parlay its releases on a lot of other platforms, and it could be a very, very popular game. Then you've got Shooting Stars Alpha Limited Edition. Yes, it's a little bit pricey at $59.99, but if you're a fan of shoot-'em-ups and you want them on the go on the Switch, that could be a good pickup as well. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.